everyone, welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a lithium conversion on our Yamaha limo golf cart from Vatrer battery. I'm Jeff, you're watching Kart Crazy. All right, here we are back on the limo golf cart that I've named Mall Cop, and we've got a few things I'd like to get done today. One for sure, we're going to do a lithium conversion. We're going to pull out these lead acids that are shot and not doing us any good. We're going to drop a nice lithium battery down in there and see how much time we have. We might get a few other things done, but that's the main focus of this video. Got a new channel sponsor I'd like to talk about. And that is Vatrer battery. That's what's in this box right here. Make sure you head over to vatrepower.com. Use my promo code CRAZY5OFF and save yourself 5% on your purchase. We'll get this opened up, check out everything inside, and get it installed in this Yamaha. All right, so the folks over at Vatrer reached out to me some time ago, and we've been working out the logistics of this. I'm super excited to bring them on board as a channel sponsor, and this is the package. We're opening it up together. I have not even taken a peek inside as much as I wanted to. Actually wanted to do it together with all of you so we can see what is all included and check out the packaging, which looks awesome. It looks like it got here damage-free, so that's important. All right, well, first things first, I see some nice information packet in here, and looks like we've got our warranty registration card, some operating instructions, how to Bluetooth it to your phone, and so on, so that's awesome. And it looks like we've got a card in here for an extra 2-year warranty. If you share your experience on Amazon, you can get an extra 2-year coverage. They do come with a 5-year warranty, so that would give you 7. This box is going to be our charger, and looks like we've got a nice waterproof charger with the extra connections to be able to hook up to the battery. We can go right to the positive and negative right from this guy, and then this one will be for our plugging into the AC outlet to charge. Looks like just a spacer block in there. And this should be, yep, that's going to be our smart panel to give us all our indicators on our battery about how much battery life is left. So that looks like it's just a simple plug and play, and then that'll go right to the battery. You can mount that up under the dash, so we'll go through that. In the bottom of that box was a bag of hardware. And of course the battery itself, and I opted for the 48 volt 105 amp hour. So that's going to give us plenty of run time on our limo cart. Alright, and I just pulled it out and set it on the back step here. Of course this weighs about as much as, if I had to guess, probably 1.5 to 2 batteries. I didn't weigh it or anything obviously, but obviously a lot lighter. And let me flip it around so you can see the connection side. And right here you'll notice just standard operating procedure, I guess, positive and negative. And then we're going to have our connection for our LED screen that's going to go, or LCD screen that's going to go in the front of the cart. And then of course an on-off button. Alright, the first order of business is going to be to yank these old lead acids out of here. Pretty simple. We've got a couple of battery hold downs. I think I've already taken all the cables off from the last video. And you're saying, why is there only 4 batteries in that cart? Well, that's because the other 2 they've got hiding up here in the front seat. So we may or may not get those out today depending on time frame, but for sure we need to clean these out, vacuum everything up out of there, and make room for our Vatrer battery. I'm just going to pull these L brackets out of here because we don't need those. Kind of be in our way. All right, so the only thing we need to hook up the Vatrer is positive and negative right here. And these are pretty rough shape from years of lead acid batteries. I'm probably going to replace the whole cable eventually, but for today's episode I think I'll just clean those up. Just going to go ahead and clean these ends up. If you don't have a die grinder, you can always use a piece of sandpaper, or emery cloth works just as good. Takes a little longer. Alright, got everything cleaned up where I'm happy with it. We'll set our Vatrer down in here. Find a good home for it to sit. Might have to slide it around a little bit and find a good resting spot. Alright, got it where I'm happy with it. I'll put a couple of self-tappers in here. Looks like I've got a zip tie or something I need to undo to get this positive to reach. I won't be able to get on this side for the self-tappers, which makes me a little, I don't know, concerned, I guess. But I think if we get 2 or 3 in here, get it to where it's sitting good, I don't know that we'll have to worry about that. I will be able to put them in on this side, but it's after I get this cart tore down a little bit and get the body off, which I don't want to have to remove the body to put the battery in. So what I'm thinking is I'll just make some slots for it to slide into, whether it be with steel or self-tappers, and then it'll hold everything firm on this side. Alright, bring you down in here a little closer so you can see. I've got it slid over so that it's sitting nice and flat on there, and like I said, I'll run some self-tapping screws in here. When we come back through and go through this cart for a final time, I'll make sure the other side is fastened down as well. Now it's just a matter of positive and negative leads from the golf cart and our positive and negative leads from our charger. That'll be the next 2 steps. Okay, now we can remove our protective covers, grab our positive lead from the cart and our positive that will be part of our battery charger. Oops, I want to use the short ones. They supply 2 different lengths of bolts for the positive and negative terminals. I like to use the short one if I only have like 2 leads, because I don't want to go so far in that I'm damaging the internals. Don't go crazy on cranking those down, just nice and snug is all you need. Repeat the process for the negative. And if you're worried about which one's positive and which one's negative on these, they actually tell you the blue is negative, the brown is positive. Kind of weird colors, but that's what they've got, I guess. Got those snugged up. This is going to go to our battery charger. So this end right here will plug into what we just put on the battery, and then this end from the charger will plug into what's going to plug into your regular wall outlet in your garage. That just clips in there, and this one's going to plug in to the charger. And I'll grab a couple of self-tapping screws, mount that charger right there. Got the camera flipped around so you can see I'm just using self-tapping screws to mount the charger to the base of the cart. Quick and easy. I'll put 4, which is probably a little overkill, but definitely don't have to worry about it falling out. All right, now our next step is going to be to run this wire. This is going to be for our display, and it looks like they gave us enough, which is awesome. So I'll crawl under there. I don't know if I can get the camera under there real good, but I'm just going to simply plug this in, and I'm going to follow the frame rail underneath the cart, and I'll come up probably right next to the steering wheel so we can get that mounted in. Alright, it's been just a minute getting these old cables out of here. That one we don't need. And this one. Just going to snip that off on this end and pull it through the other way. That'll probably be easier. Alright, so here's our cable that we need for our LCD display. Pull that through, and we'll end up running that up, like I said, I think probably by the steering wheel. If all goes according to plan. Looks like we've got plenty of length, so that's good. Lots to do on this cart. I see you gotta come through and do lots of tidying up of wires and so on. Alright, so right there's the wire that we plugged in. Ran that through. I'll pull my jack stands out, and then we'll probably pop this dash up. I've already got it loose. There we go. And we'll figure out where to come up with that and where to mount that screen. Alright, just kind of playing around with this. I really like the idea of that screen right there. So the only thing we really got to contend with, and it's not really a huge problem, is the steering assembly goes right underneath there from the steering wheel. Let me get to the other side. So hopefully you can see that steering moving down in there. So we just got to make sure we zip tie the wires up out of the way so it doesn't get tangled up in that. But I think if I punch a hole in the back of this little glove box, we can mount that screen right here. Easy peasy. In fact, I could come through the side right here and we wouldn't even have to worry about the steering then, so I might do that actually. Alright, got my hole saw rigged up. I think I'm just gonna try to sneak behind these wires and just go for it somewhere back here. Hate drilling holes and stuff, because you, especially a big one like that, because you can't go back, but here we go. Easy peasy. And looks like it's just right. Should have kept track of how many times I said the word self-tapper in this video. But that's what I'm going to use again, believe it or not. Got that until it clicks. And we'll put 1 or 2 more in here. Wow, is that awesome. Okay. I think we're ready to peel the screen protector off. And we'll come back here to our battery. Get on the other side so we can see this better. Should be able to power up our battery. Oh, it's got a power button on the screen. That's cool. There we go. We're currently at 50% standby power, 52.73 volts. If I were to step on the accelerator, we would see a current draw here, so you'll watch that change as you go up hills and different things. 71.2 degrees in the garage. And looks like we got some extra pages. It tells us it's our 105 amp hour battery, how many charges it's been cycled, if your battery charger is on or off. Status is normal. Let's go to page 3 here. And that one I'll have to look in the manual for. I actually don't know what that is, but pretty neat. So let's plug in the charger and we'll take another quick peek. Alright, just plugged in the charger. Charger kicked on. Let's walk over to our LCD screen. You can see the voltage coming up. Let's go to page 2. Everything looks normal. Pretty awesome. Alright, I think what I'm going to do now is clean up my mess a little bit and get these, the dash kind of put back in place, pull those other lead acids out of there. I do have one thing I want to do. I got these as kind of a trade for doing some work for my neighbor. These are from a club car, but same bolt pattern, and we just got to get rid of these ugly wheels and tires on here for sure in this video if we don't do anything else. So let me clean up a little bit, throw those wheels and tires on here, and then we'll go for a drive. I noticed the alignment was way out of whack, so I'm just going to adjust that quick while I've got the wheel off and up in the air. Alright, got it back down on all 4 wheels again. Look at that. Isn't that looking a lot better? Haven't scraped the numbers off the side or pressure washed it or done anything yet, but man, I've been itching to do that. These tires have been stacked up here, and I had one that kept going flat. And we'll get it outside so you can get a better look at it. But I did want to show you this. In the few minutes it took me to swap those wheels around, we did come up 10% on charge, so that was about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes-ish. I did have to adjust the toe, so it might have been a little bit longer. I didn't look at the clock, but not long at all. So let me get it unplugged, get the door open here. Let's go for a drive. Alright, here we go. Switch it into the run position. I heard some noise back there, so that's good. Oh yeah, smooth as butter. Looking a lot better already. Got to do something with this ugly roof though. My goodness. Seat covers, clean up the plastic. Alright, let's go for a drive. I'm going to check the speedometer because it feels quite a bit faster than with that other battery. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's a 14-mile-an-hour cart, typical golf cart. Now that I've got the alignment fixed, I can actually get turned around decent too. Squeaky, squeaky roof. I don't know if y'all are hearing that. All right, back from the test drive, got it on the charger, everything went great. Just wanted to mention, we didn't have to cut or modify anything. We literally dropped this battery in here, put a couple of self-tapping screws in, and we were good to go. So super simple. All right, the other thing I wanted to mention is make sure you download the Vatrer app. Sorry if my phone's not focusing, but just it'll come up Bluetooth, and you just select on, and then you can go into the dashboard. Right now we're at 83% capacity. We can see that we're charging the battery. We're on charge cycle number 1, so pretty neat. And just you can have that at your fingertips also, as well as the dashboard LCD screen. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We've successfully installed our lithium battery from VatrerPower.com. Make sure you run over there and check them out. And also use my promo code CRAZY5OFF with a K, of course. That's going to save you some money on your battery purchase for your cart. Appreciate them. Like I said, they're a new channel sponsor, so I'm really excited about that. Also, head over to Facebook, Cart Crazy on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're not subscribed, please do that. It's free, and you get a content like this about once or twice a month, and I appreciate the support very much. So what's next for this cart? I'm not sure. I've got a lot of ideas. I'm thinking about keeping it for myself. I've also thought about just reupholstering the seats and cleaning it up and flipping it quick for a profit. So I'm not real sure. So I appreciate comments down below on what you'd like to see on the cart. I always read those, and I usually comment back actually when I have time. So appreciate that. We'll see you next time on Cart Crazy.